Good evening and welcome to the Hobby Corner. It's Friday night and we're ready to get some hobby on. How are you doing? I hope you've had a fantastic week. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're excited for the weekend as well. Let me know in the chat. Let me know what you've been up to. What have you been doing? What have you accomplished this week? What are you looking forward to this weekend? And what are you up to tonight as well? Tonight, well, I'm going to be painting a Blood Angels commission. So a pal of mine from work. I'm not sure if you remember, but it was quite a while. I was sort of beginning of the year almost. He asked me to paint up a chaplain in the ultramarine theme, but like box art style with a little bit of weathering. So I did that for him. He absolutely loves it. He's got it as a display piece, and now he's asked me to do a Blood Angel, but a captain. So I started it last Monday. I've done a little bit of work to it since, not much because I haven't had much time. Last Friday. So I'm hoping to get as much done tonight as possible. So that's my bit. What have you guys been up to? I've also been filming some stuff this week as well. I really want to get some actual videos out, not just news updates and stuff. And yes, I know I'm looking a little bit blue. It's just I had to fiddle with the lighting settings on this camera because it was coming out too glared. But I think I can change it now. It was when I was doing the face down for the dice, because I use this for my dice cam, and then I'll use the laptop cam for my intros, and then I got this one for the top down because it's the best camera I've got. But I should be able to go back to the settings, configure video, and go default. No, it didn't do anything. Okay. Oh, why are you doing this to me? Something is up with this thing. Something is up with my mouse at the moment. Or maybe there was some weird, I don't know. Something weird is going on. Whoa! Now I'm orange. I'm blue, da ba dee da ba die, da ba dee da ba die, da ba dee da ba die. And I'm orange, like the Tango Man. Go around happy slapping. And what's default? There we go. You see, like I'm a little bit washed out, isn't it? But it was a 30 quid camera that I got like 4 years ago, so you know, can't be too mad with it. So there we go. But enough of my face, let's have a look at what I'm painting tonight, eh? So we got this. As you can see, I got a little bit of work done to it. The armor is pretty much done, maybe a little bit of touch up here and there. I'm quite happy with it. I like it's not like it hasn't got like, you know, like perfect edge highlighting or anything like that. It's just edge highlighted where I think the light should reflect a bit, and then it's sort of blended a little bit so it's more natural rather than having the hard lines. And yeah, it gives it a sort of dirtier look to it as well, and gives it a bit of texture, so it's not just flat panels that you're used to on the box art. So what I want to do now is I've got to reshade the gold, because I tried reviving some old auric armor gold, and it's split so much to the point where it doesn't matter how much I shake it or mix it, it's just separated. The medium is completely separated from the pigment. The pigment is like sort of clumped at the base, so I can't use that. But it wasn't ever that really good anyway. It was so thin. So I'll be using the Liberator Gold, because that is a much better highlight one. So he opens it. That's not right. That's too orangey. Gotta give it a real good shake. It has been used in a while. There we go, creamy. I like it because it's kind of like a brassy gold. So yeah, that I need to highlight the gunmetal bits, then paint in the black areas, finish up highlighting the cream, and then I'm still undecided on what to do with the cape. I've seen a lot of them with like cream on the inside, black on the outside, or red or whatever. I'm thinking of settling on black on the outside of the cape because it'll help break up that red, but I'm hesitant about putting cream on the inside because, well, you know, I'm not sub-assembly painting it and it's going to be a bit tricky getting in there and doing it right. So I'm up for options. I've also decided that I'm not going to paint the helmet gold unless the guy changes his mind, but it has got, you know, the captain mark on there, you know, the little gold skull on there, so that's fine. So yeah, otherwise it'll just be too much bling, I think. So yeah, that's me. So without further ado, I mean, let's get some tunes on, shall we? And let's have a look at the chat as well. I'll finish my bin juice while I'm at it. Man, that cooled down real quick. Alright, so let's start with the early birds. And we got Frost and Fist right in there straight away. How you doing, bruv? We got Void Captain Bazooka as well. And we got the Painting Wookie. Yeah, hello to you too, mate. Yeah, we got Lupus Canis. And we also got me in the chat. Hello, me. Got Andrew Milligan. How you doing, buddy? And we got Modelling for Advantage as well. How you doing, mate? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. And we got Distance Not Good. Hey, it's nice to see you guys. I haven't seen either of you in a while. Hope you're doing well. And just for you, Disson. There you go. Ah, dear. Right. Oh shit, what did I? Almost effed up my wireless keyboard. That'd be awesome. I haven't actually shared out this this live to anywhere on Facebook, by the way. I've just shared it on Discord. I have no idea why. By the way, this tune is banging. So let's get to it, shall we? So what was I going to do? I was going to... I don't need to reshade it, actually. I think it's okay. Alright, let's just get on with the Liberator Gold, yeah? And then we'll go on from there. Get ready to ride 20 miles on your bike. Woo. Nice one, mate. Where are you going to ride? I want to ride my bicycle, I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle, I want to ride it where I like. There you go. Butchered that song for all those Queen fans out there. Right, let's see. Let's see if I can do this with a starter brush, eh? A? What? I don't know why I'm saying A a lot as well. That's a very Canadian thing to do. Shout out to my Canadian brothers out there. Oh, anyone who's in the chat is from across the pond. Are you looking forward to the release of Imperium? I think it's the 26th or the 27th of January. It'll be going live. The website will be going live, so you can sign up to the subscription and do all that beautiful stuff. Get your pre-orders in and stuff like that. And of course, like, if you check all my videos, you'll just have to adjust the price to US dollars. But essentially, the savings are there, especially for you guys out there who got to pay that little bit more. And I think it's well worth it because I think it's the first subscription that you guys got as well. So I'm sure you've been looking across the pond with envious eyes as we got the Mortal Realms and the Conquest magazine and all those lovely cheap miniatures. So it's your time to shine, and our Canadian cousins out there are getting it too, though in more limited numbers, I believe. So it's one of those things where if you're not subscribed, you're probably going to miss out. But if you keep an eye out on my channel and you're subscribed and all that, and you got the bell icon ready to do its thing, then you should keep up to date on which issues to nab if you are going to buy additionals, which ones to pre-order early, that sort of stuff. Like issue 15 for the flayed ones, which is going to sell out in a second. Because let's face it, it's $31.50 I think in British pounds for 5 flayed ones, 5 plastic flayed ones, which I think is an absolute rip, by the way. And you can get it for $10 in an issue. Like, that is uncomparable savings right there. And they're just charged that much just to limit the number that you buy up. That's it, really. Make the most money out of the tournament players. So, you know, tournament players are gonna absolutely, if they can afford it, they'll have a large contingency of flayed ones, especially now because the keyword for them has changed. So they now count as troop choice. So a lot of people buying up multiples of that. But to be fair, I don't really game, so I'd just be excited to have just the one copy in the subscription, just so I could finally say I've got some flayed ones, because I'm a long time Necron player / collector, but I never got flayed ones when they were metal. I didn't even think about touching them while they were Finecast, because I got a couple of bits in Finecast for the Necrons, because Finecast sort of released around the same time as when the Necrons got their big plastic release a few years back. And yeah, it was so wonky bad. I was like, no, I'm not going to spend this much money getting flayed ones, even though I really like them. And I never got around to converting any or anything like that. But oh, that gold looks nice. Definitely going to reshade it though. But yeah, that's my life story. Alright, so just working on a crusade force for Space Wolves. Nice. So I'm going to get my 40k back on. Yeah. Let's see. Andrew, are you still working on the Howling Griffins? You maniac. I'll be priming and basing, base painting Deathcopters. Nice one, Dyson. Robert Evans in the chat. How you doing, Mr. Superfly? Happy to see all you fine people. Nice one, mate. I'm going to ride up to the Greenway and ride along the creeks around town. Ah. And you're gonna grab some basing materials. Fair enough. Been painting Necrons, brain dead Necrons. Lovely. I bet you feel brain dead for painting them as well, right? Okay, yeah, so I'm definitely going to shade that again. But I want it vibrant. So instead of shading it in Agrax Earth shade, I'm going to use Reikland Flesh shade. You get a nice tone from that. It's a nice warm tone, whereas I find I'm just gonna go more for the creases. I'm not gonna go right to the tips because I've just highlighted it, so I just want to emphasize the shade a bit more. But yeah, the Agrax Earth shade gives a dirtier sort of dollar look, and I like that. It depends on the miniature, to be honest. I like that effect, but I also want this gold to look more regal, so I think this is the best way to do it. Let's go around those rivets, get those eye holes, and soak a little bit up of that. I like the little detail there. There you go. Oh yeah, that's looking bad. Bad is in good, not bad as in oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Could you imagine if that tune played in real life? You just like screw something up and then you just hear that tuning like, uh-oh, someone's got a camera on me. That's when you know you've gone down effed up. Alright, cool. A little bit more around that I like. You know what I mean? My trademark is the heavier shading style, because I like the contrast. I like you seeing the difference in the details. There are some amazing artists out there who do great volumetric work and stuff like that. I could give that a go and it could look decent, but it's just not my style. You know, like you guys know me. Like I'm a shade heavy kind of guy. That's my fingerprint essentially on a miniature, and it works for me. It's my style. Like some people really pull off the grimdark effect as well, and I can, again, I've given it a go. I could do a fairly decent grimdark scheme, but it takes a lot of work, you know, all the pigments and stuff like that. And I know how to use Games Workshop stuff instead of having to use all those pigments, but it's just, why? I don't need to. So, oh, okay, you're slowly painting the Howling Griffins and the Balrog and Moria stuff for Middle Earth. Nice. And Lupus is still working on his 30k Wolf Alpha. I still can't wait to see that, mate. So you got to send me pictures of that when you can. Okay, so that head is pretty much done. I should do the eyes, actually. Should we do the eyes? Let's do the eyes. So the eyes are going to be green, obviously. Duh. But how are we going to do the green? Are we going to do it like a nice emerald green? Should we do it in this Tesseract glow? I mean, that would be pretty dope, right? I don't know. Because once I commit to it, that's it. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna do the Tesseract glow. But first, I need to put some colours in there. So what I'm gonna do, start with the Abaddon black. I'm gonna get my small brush out, my baby brush. Totally don't need that much paint, but I don't care. All right. There we go, get a nice solid shadow base in there. Ooh, I wonder if it'll focus like that. Focus, man, focus. Focus, pocus your focus. Dude, auto focus sucks so bad. Like, so bad. Oh my god. Why so awful? There we go. Diddy. Sweet. All right. There we go. Well, Victor's. Amir's a boom. Yeah, no, suppose I'll try. Ah, alright. That'd be great, dude. That'd be great. I'd love to see pictures, mate. Yo, pickety poos. Okay, let's see. What are they suggesting this week? So this is the Epidemic Sound staff picks. Oh, you sods. Next. Right. Let's get in there with the Corex White. Creamy. Alright. And then just go a little bit out. So, ooh, not the top. This isn't how people normally do light sourcing, but it's how I do it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Well, there probably is a wrong way to do it, but anyway. Right. Luckily it dries real quick, so I can get in there with an extreme highlight of white. Okay. There we go. Right, looking alright so far. Okay. Oh, I've seen on one of the Discord groups, if you bought yourself one of the plushies that they were doing, I think they did a squig one, a Christmas squig one. Apparently there's a product recall because of the pom-poms being a choking hazard, that they can have the possibility of falling off. Now, I mean, quality of stitching aside, some things are going to fall off anyway, so you know. So I don't understand, but anyway, I don't understand. Nah, I won't do that. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get the tiniest bit of that. There's no point, actually. There's no point. You know what? Get a little bit of that Corex white, a little bit of that black. Mix it into a dark. And then I'm gonna make a shade, a recessed shade of it. Like that. And I'm going to put it at the back of the eye lenses. Let's do it. Right, so kind of got that going on. There we go. It's a little bit shading at the back. Then you got the medium around it, and then you got the extreme highlight near the front. I'll just touch up that bit there where I've spilled. Cool. Cool. And a little bit of that white. Just there. There we go. Cool. Right. Give it a moment. Squigs are choking hazards. I know, right? Right, now leave that for a second before I get the Tesseract glow out. Let's hop back to having that auto. So while that sets, let's get back to the Rackar flesh on the scroll work and stuff. So any ideas, chat, on the old cape? Like I said, I want to keep the outside black, or at least one of the sides black, maybe the inside black, I don't know, and then do like cream on the outside. I don't know if red would be too much, you know, and I don't want to have to do cream on the inside because, like I said, it's not going to be easy to get in and around there without screwing it up too much. It's quite messy. get this. I'm actually really enjoying painting this. I don't paint red a lot. And you know, like, it being a commission, like, put that aside. I'm glad I get to paint this, because this is a miniature I don't have. I'm not looking to own anytime soon. But it's nice to have the opportunity to have it in my hands, to paint it. And you know, like, just have that experience with it, you know what I mean? I don't need to collect every miniature, but being able to just hold it, paint it, because that's one of the things that I miss actually, was like, back in the day they used to get, like, whenever there was a new release coming out or something, they'd get some sample miniatures for the store to paint up and put in the window display or something, right? And the last one I got to do was actually Tomb Kings, when they had their big release, which, you know, didn't really do too well, to be fair. Like, it just didn't sell. And that was the last big release that Warhammer Fantasy had, I think, before they just scrapped it. And I got to paint the store's Sphinx, which was really cool. I tried to do, like, the jade painting effect, and I normally I would never have been able to paint something like that, but it was, you know, I got to paint it up. It got to be on display. I was proper chuffed with that. And it was sort of like, they would get some of the regulars like myself in the shop to paint some of the display pieces, because they'd be busy themselves and they didn't have time to paint everything up. So it's sort of like, hey, look, earn your right to hang out here and, you know, make this place smell and look untidy by painting our stuff for us. But that was good fun, you know. It was like, you got the experience of painting something different, and yeah, that's something I miss out on. Right. Don't want to completely outshine the shading on this, so there we go. New TV show, Hawkeye. Yeah, I know, another Marvel one. They got the first 2 episodes out on Wednesday, and I really enjoyed it. It was really cool. The right level of whimsy and action, and intrigue. I can see this one being a good one. And it's Christmas themed, so it counts. If you add up all the episodes together, it counts as a very long Christmas movie, so I'm sticking to that. Paint the outside of the cape his company colour. Yeah, but I don't know enough about Blood Angels, so I don't know. He hasn't been specified, because this guy doesn't really know much about 40k or the lore behind it or whatever, so it's all a case of he just wanted a red one. And I was like, you mean like this? And he's like, yeah, like that. I was like, okay. So yeah, I mean, what would be the best company colours to do, really? Do Blood Angels have regular company colours? Like, did it go through, you know, like the white, gold, green, yellow, reds, whatever? Or is it, do they have their own thing? I don't know. What is this in my ears? I'm just gonna let it play. Just to see Lupus rail against it. Right. So after the Rakar Flesh, yeah, go Pallid Witch. Google has the answer. I didn't want to have to Google it. You know that. Why would I Google it? I've got the power of the community at my fingertips right here. Right, so I'm just doing these highlights here. Yeah, wet finger in there to wipe that away. I'm just gonna highlight this little bit here. Alright, cool. Now let's get onto that. Let's choose cheers. Getting trolled by Lupus. That's despicable. It's getting a little bit dancey now, isn't it? Maybe do. I'm gonna get some weathering done on this later anyway. Let's just scuff it up a little bit with the brush. Upwards like that. Gives it that sort of look of a bit of texture. Okay. So has anyone been partaking in the Black Friday sales? I'd like air quota sales. People acting like, you know, the idea of sales, like the Black Friday sales in this country, is you know, like an actual thing. It's not a thing. We used to have Blue Label. Like places like BHS, they would have like a Blue Label sale, and it was just old stock that they were shifting at a heavy discount, and that's it. And then this Black Friday thing came over from America, and the retailers over here, they're just using it to shift old stock at a discount just to get a boost before Christmas, and that's it. And like in America, it's an actual proper steal, like people basically like fighting over each other to get into the shops, and which was weird, like, because when it got introduced into this country, I think it was like a couple of years just before COVID, and I swear people had been watching how the Americans do it and just decided that, yeah, that's the way we're going to do it, and they were like falling through the doors as soon as they opened and everything for the sales, and they weren't even getting that great of sales either. Like it was like 5% off on something that was like proper out of date and stuff, you know. It was ridiculous. And now they're acting all shocked. Oh no, like Black Friday isn't a proper sale. Well, you know what, when everything is supposedly on sale all year round, sale doesn't mean anything anymore. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. Right, let's get some on the pallet there. Right, I'm going for it. Let's hit up that Tesseract Glare. I'm going to put on liberally. Let's see if that shading and highlighting does its job. The shit is this? Yeah, it looks alright. Everything's so orangey on this camera. Let's see. The hue. Let's just change the hue a little bit. Is that closer to? That's too warm. That's too. It's kind of how it looks. Maybe it went too hard on the glow. I'm just thinking once it's set in there, it's gotta look proper decent. Hello, focus on me. Let's see. Alright, I won't dwell on that too long. Right. So I've got those bits done. I need to highlight the silver bits. So let's get that sorted. So where's my Stormmost? There it is. Gee, that needs a good shake. All I'm doing all day is just shaking paint, pots of paint. There we go. I honestly don't need that much, but blob 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 all the way. Okay, so see how far I can get away with using this starter brush. They're great for mixing paint and getting paint out of pots, you know. Don't have to worry about scuffing up your good brushes. Get the top of there. Right, and that was a strange mix, wasn't it? Let's go right back to the top. I'm sort of following the natural highlight there. Rather than going for an edge highlight, I like a hard edge highlight. There we go. I think that looks alright. Okay. Nice. Nice. There. Couldn't resist. Just a little bit on there. Alright, that's that done. Almost forgot the backpack. The power pack. See where the shade, where the highlight is. It's sort of along there, and then it hits there, doesn't it? And then you get like a little bit just at the back, like that. So your metallics are a lot easier to highlight, 'cause it's a lot easier to see the way the light reflects it. Get that more natural highlight on it. Cool. It's decent. That is decent. Straight down the middle like that. Easy. Right. So now I've done that, it's time to tidy up on the black areas, get in between the armor panels, and then work on the cape, and then fill out the little details here and there. Okay. Ugh. Let's have a look. Let's just get the inside of that cape. I want to have a nice uniform colour on that. ever so careful. I might actually have to pop it out. Right, so I got that bit. Oh, this music makes it feel like there's some urgency to it. Oh, with a starter brush as well, by the way, people. Feel free to be amazed. Oop. So, oh, here's some news. Earlier in the week, I popped into the local gaming shop, the freelance wargaming shop. I think it's called Tabletop Republic, and it's been there for a couple of years now, so it's still relatively new. Sort of opened just as I moved in, but then of course I was quite busy with, you know, the kids just still being like babies and stuff, and you really have time to go and explore new clubs or anything. And but at that point I hadn't been to a gaming club in a long time, but I walked in because it was quiet, and Andre, how you doing, mate? Hope you're alright. And the misadventures of Mr. Hottie, or Mr. Fish, however you want to call it. Can't stay long, but had to pop in and show some love. Hope you had a great series. Yeah, man, it's been good, man. Hope you're doing well. And Andre coming in saying your painting is great, well done. Well, thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate that. I try. Well, thank you. Awesome. I don't get complimented enough, I think, on my... No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Sometimes I do well, sometimes I don't. It's all a fluke, really. That's not me trying to be like, you know, like falsely sort of like conscientious or whatever. It literally is just a lot of the time when I do like really well at painting, a lot of it was just a fluke, and then I kind of just went with it, and I learned very little from it. So when it comes to replicating that, it doesn't happen too well. But anyway, I was getting sidetracked. So yeah, I went into Tabletop Republic. I said hello to one of the guys that works there, had a little chat, and he said it was perfectly fine to pop in, maybe film a little bit, because what I want to do is sort of give back to the community a bit, and best place to start is your local game shop, you know. And I haven't had an opportunity to really visit it and meet the people there since I moved in the area, so I thought it'd be nice to do that. And it turns out there's actually a chap there who does battle reports, and he comes in and he sort of records the battle report, and then he, you know, does the narration afterwards because it gets a bit loud in there. But yeah, he's got some really cool videos on there. So if you want me to link him, I can. Haven't met the guy personally, but I'm looking forward to having that opportunity. And yeah, just sort of showing off the local gaming community a bit, which I think would be fun. And it's something I wanted to do for a while, but you know, with the world being the way it has been, it's been a bit restrictive. Right, I'm not going to paint any other colours inside the armoured hood, because I like the fact that it's just black. It'll make a nice sort of shadowed frame for the head, and I think it will sort of emphasise on the helmet rather than sort of, you know, like drown it out, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to do that. Let's go back over those little bits of red that shine through. A little bit on there. That red's needing a little bit of extra love to cover up. It's one of the few paints that Games Workshop nailed it time and again. Is that Mephiston red. Okay. I'll let that dry a bit before I go too crazy. You got a fresh bucket of brew. Nice one, man. I'm a true artist. Cheers, mate. No sense of irony whatsoever. Get some games filmed with real opponent, no dice magnets. The thing is, I haven't played a game in so long. It's not even funny. Like, the little playthroughs are just ridiculous, you know. Not even a chess champion would play against themselves, you know. And there's me trying to be all tactical and stuff, and it's just like, what's the use? The little tutorials, no need to take it too seriously, but then I get real competitive with myself. How sad is that? I get competitive with myself. No fixes, you crafty fella. I'm an honest gamer. I'm an honest player. You know, I wouldn't want to rob someone of a victory. I wouldn't want to do that at all. You know what, actually I'm going to stick with a smaller brush on that one. Let's get a little bit more of this. Okay. There we go. Nice. Right. Sorry if I'm going quiet, the concentration is real. So yeah, has anyone actually made any Black Friday purchases? Element Games, for which I have an affiliate link to, they're doing something a little different. So they already do like discounts on everything anyway. So what they're doing is 5 times the loyalty points when you make purchases. I think it's like more than a tenner, I think, or something like that. Which I think is freaking awesome, because that is basically money back in your pocket. You know, like my promo code that I have gives you double. But they're doing 5 times. So yeah, if you were ever to get some supplies or some miniatures or something, or you want to get yourself like an early Christmas present or whatever, now's a good time, especially because Element Game, they just opened up a Nottingham store as well. So right in the heart of Nottingham. So if you live locally, you can even go and collect. And yeah, that you can use that bonus points to get more stuff for free, essentially. And of course, as you guys know, like if you do it through my little link, then I get a little kickback, and that helps the channel out massively. And if you use the code, I'm not sure if that stacks. If that stacks, that'd be sick. But at the very least, what would happen is if you use that promo code, I get some loyalty points as well. So again, that helps me out as well. It's like a double reward essentially. So if you can't shop locally and support local businesses, which I'm an advocate for, then or you just want to help your favorite channel out. I'm shilling so hard, but you know what? It's coming up to Christmas. It's a wonderful time of year to be generous. Right, let's try. What are we going to do? Let's refresh and see if the tunes change up. Oh, they have. Cool. Painter Wookie, well, my birthday is in April and I'm playing a trip. Are you planning a trip to Warhammer World? Nice. Lupus, and he starts the hex curses already. Get out of it. No sleight of hand or dice pulled from your wizard sleeve. Baggy sleeves. Heard the rumours. Yeah, you don't jump on wagons anymore. Fair enough. When I want to get new minis, I go look for them, find them, buy them, paint. That's fine, man. That's cool. No shame pile here. That's a tough thing to get through, man. But I appreciate your ethic there. It's tough to just say no to new shiny stuff. Not this year for Black Friday, but I might have done before. Can't remember what it was though. Did you paint it, Captain? It definitely wasn't a model lupus. Still not what though. Could have been Christmas present for family. Still not sure. Oh dear. Lupus, behave. Behave yourself. Having an okay hairy muff. I'll report you for bullying Void Captain. Alright, here we go. Let's finish tidying up this heavy bolter. It's been way too long on this already. Kind of feels like this one's inspired by like an 80s sort of end of the world movie. Like a little bit of Starship Troopers in there, a little bit of Terminator in there. It's that weird sense of self-sacrifice. As me giving my critique on the tunes. That's what you come here for. You don't come here for the painting. You come here for the critique of the royalty-free tunes. Right. Get that gun handle painted up. Oh no, Edward Scissorhands is upset. That's what this music reminds me of. He has the potential to do so much good, but he has the potential to do so much bad. Oh. Okay. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Oh, it's got almost a little bit of Marvel in there, hasn't it? It was Jax. I thought you was talking about. You thought you were talking about me? Ah, get out of it. My magnets are not dodgy, they're legit. I mean, I don't have magnets. Sod you lot. Sod you lot. Okay. Right. Oh, I missed a bit, didn't I? You absolute sausage. Forgot to paint the stock. It's not the stock, it's the shoulder rest. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm liking the tempo on this one. Hey. I haven't done the belt Sci-Fi. What am I doing? Not much belt to look at, to be honest. Could get away with not even painting it. Right, and then we've got a little bit of the fibre, that flexi fibre stuff in between the suit joints. Oh, shredding it. There we go. Beautiful. So, I'm gonna have to research what colour the bloody cape I want the cape to be. There's the sausages, you know that, right? Absolute sausages. Oh, you're off, mate. Have a good night, Mr. Wookie. I look forward to your next video as well. And if you're not already following the Painting Wookie, go check him out. He's currently working his way through the Imperium magazines, and he does what I used to do back in the day. Like, he does a full video with a little read through and review, and he builds the stuff, he paints the stuff. He goes through all the steps, and then he does a little playthrough as well. So it's really cool. It's a really nice video, so it's well worth checking out. So go check out the Painting Wookie. Give him some love. Raven Rook's in the chat. How you doing, mate? Dirty Red Beaky. What? Well, what did I miss here? Mr. Fixer. Mr. Fixer fixes corner, so I heard like Jeez, you talk like a farmer, mate. Paint his name on his cape like Harold or Berry. Ah, dear. But you from Green Machine, so figure I'm okay. Oh, fair enough. Alright. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's have a look-see, shall we? Let's have a look-see now. Gotta have a look. Let's have a look-see now. Got little hiccups. Okay. Right, let's get those tunes going again. Search up here. Window capture, so you guys can enjoy my little exploration. What? It's so large. Why is the screen so big? Gonna pop it back down. Okay. Let's Google it. Hopefully no porn comes up. That'd be embarrassing. Might be a bit slow though. Alright. I have to compliment you on your choice of audio entertainment this evening. Ah, fair dues, man. Cheers, man. I literally just went random. You can see my search for the last couple of days. I've been feeling my eardrum vibrate, and I had to research what the heck that was. I thought maybe it was like a spasm, or maybe like a blood vessel going crazy. Turns out it's a form of tinnitus. And it just needs time to sort itself out. So that's why I've got that sort of more off my ear than on my ear. But it doesn't help because the kids scream all the time. A Karen Commissar in there. How you doing, man? Yeah, Sage Cake. All my stuff is in there at the moment. Payroll goes through there now. Reject all, save and exit. You ain't having my stuff. You ain't having my cookies. I have to shrink that a bit more. Get out of my cookie jar. What the hell's going on with that? Right, so there. It's off-putting. So we have got all that nut jargon. Yeah. Whatever. Blah 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 blah. Formation. Yeah. Okay. Boring. No one cares about Blood Angels that much. No offense, people. Not in the history. There we go. First company. The Archangels. That's the yellow drop, red drop, green drop, black drop. Okay. Okay. So it'd be white, right? Put that cookie down. Get on my sandwich. David Young in the chat. How you doing, man? Good day. Wow, I haven't seen you in the chat in ages, buddy. How you doing, mate? He's an OG Hobby Corner crew member. Didn't you know? He comes from the land down under. Alright, so could be that, or I could do this one actually. But yellow would be look so weird. Thought I'd come and see my favourite Russell Crowe lookalike. What? I mean, like, which era? If we're going with Gladiator era, that's okay. But if we're going like modern day Russell Crowe, God no. God no. That guy looks so bad. It's terrible. I still don't know. I don't know. I don't think this helped at all. Keeper of the Arsenal. Company ancient for battle squads, 2 support squads, 2 fire support squads. Makes sense that it'd be a support squad actually, because he's got a heavy bolt rifle, right? That's more of a support role. So we'll be giving him a black. Okay, we'll give him a black cape. That's it. Do a in fur effect like the BA captain on the cover of Epic 40k. No. He looks lived in. Wow. Okay. Okay. Alright. This needs more research, really, doesn't it? So that would be first company then, because it's got the skull on the it's got the skull on the knee, right? So that would be first company right there. No gold trim whatsoever. It's not veteran. Oh. He looks weathered. Hey, who you calling a slag? You slag. You slag. Blood Angels. Captains. Oh, well, yeah, okay. Let's go for many of, but never mind. Let's have a look-see-doos. So look, it's got black on that side, but how did he paint the other side? I want to know. It's annoying, really. want to see the back of it. I just want to just paint them red, Kev. I just want to get the, because I don't want to do red all over, you know. It's just, that's gonna be a put off, really. Would these cookie things just feck off? There we go. This is better. This is better. That's an interesting scheme right there. That's nice. Nice bit of blending there, actually. Ooh. Which is another point, actually. The chapter icon is covered by the cape over here. So this one is going to have his rank on it. Right. This one looks sick as well. The cream on the outside with the red band across it. That looks nice. It breaks it up beautifully. And then this one has gone black and black all the way through. I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, I was tempted by cream, but because I'm not doing sub-assembly painting, doing the cream on the inside would just be too much of a pain. So I think, yeah, I'm just going to go black. It breaks up nicely. It can be counting as fifth company, which works because it's a supporting role. Yeah. Do a red and yellow checkered cape. Bugger off. Does Spud know about this? I don't know. Probably. Stitchy grass or Alright, let's get to painting then, yeah? Let's get to painting. That's enough waffle. We got half hour to make the most of this. We've done a fair bit. Right. We've done a fair bit, like the power pack is done, yeah. The helmet is done. It's got the cute glowy eyes. Glowy eyes. Right. I'll do the cape. Do a little bit of scroll work. Do the pouch just hiding back there. And then that's it. Base it, weather it. Woo, yeah! But with a cream stripe. Hey. Why would I do a cream stripe? Alright. It's time to get my my secret stash of greys. Alright. Absolutely no reason why I need them, actually. Right, I'm going to get Eshin Grey. Not Mechanicus Standard Grey. And there's a good reason. I am going to paint the majority of this cape in this with a thin layer. And this is going to be my mid-tone. I never paint black from black and then highlight up. I always go from like a dark grey. It's kind of like when you paint white, you know, you never start with bright white, you go from a sort of really, really pale grey, and then you highlight up to the white. There we go. Again, I'm not too fussed about being even either, because it could just be weathering streaks and stuff like that, you know. It just all adds to texture because it's a very smooth cape, so you want to add a bit of texture to it. Like a bit of texture. There we go. Sorry. Just an off-white cape will work, Kev. You know, the bone colour or something. That's generally what goes. Yeah, I mean, look, I've already got the off-white down on the front, but I wanted something to really break up all that red, and I didn't want to have to do cream on the entire of the back cape, because then you start seeing how like bad the blending is really. So I want to go black. It breaks it up, it fits the rank. I can add bits to it afterwards if I want. But for me, it's just easier to start from that. There we go. Yeah. Nice. Right. While I'm at it, cheers, man. I appreciate that. It is a commission piece, actually, so I'm putting a little bit of extra work into it. The same chap that I did the chaplain for, so he's a repeat customer, yay! And this is my second ever commission, so like, you know, I want to start setting a standard for my work. And you know, like, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I'm only doing it because he asked me to do it, not like because I'm out looking for commissions. But if anyone ever did want to commission me to do some work for them, I'd be up for it, depending on what it is, of course. But any consensus for when the Christmassy Battle Force will drop? Probably next weekend, I'd say. I think it'll go, hey look, pre-orders this weekend, and then Battle Force next weekend, maybe. I don't know, depends in the where in the world you are as well, that can affect it. How's everything out in Ausland, by the way? I've heard there's a bit of civil unrest going on down under. I think the from what I understand, the Aussie government wants to have extended powers on COVID and stuff, but they're not putting enough checks and balances into it. The proposed legislation. I think from what I can see, I think a lot of people got they're up in arms about it. Let us know how that's going on then. What's the best value Marine Combat Patrol? I'm thinking of the Dark Angels one. Whatever gets you what you want, mate, at the end of the day. It is really what you're looking for. Refflon Studios! How you doing, mate? Sent you some pictures of a BA cape I did in the past for inspiration on Facebook. Nice. 100,000 protests all over the place. Oof. That's crazy. But it's going off all over the world. Where governments are sort of like going, yeah, like this is a chance to capitalize on as much emergency powers as possible, and people are like, we've seen history, we've seen what it does, especially in Austria. They're like, no, we've been down this road before. I don't think it's gonna look good if we do it again. You know? You know what? Instead of doing it on air and slowing up the laptop, which is the point, I have not taken this phone off of Wi-Fi. Just an extra device clogging up the interwebs. Not bad, it's been a while. Ah, cool, man. Right, let's get on to Facebook. Let's have a look-see. Anything in my inbox? Oh, mate! First of all, that conversion is badass, right? Look at that. That's sick. Different Gear TV. How you doing, mate? Aussie is normally far too laid back for those numbers. Italy get protests. How you doing, man? News just in. Public surprise temporary emergency powers are no longer temporary. Also just in, the Tooth Fairy doesn't exist. Look at that. I remember you showing this a while back, actually. And I was blown away by it. I love the that's just sick. Right? That's some really cool 3D printing going on there, and like the muzzle as well. That's sick. And is the painted version like, or it's getting there. It's a work in progress there, but that looks pretty sick. But the cape, look at that cape. That's glorious. That is a beaut. Absolute beaut. Order 66 came in and the Empire and all that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the historical moment we're talking about. That's a sick cape, dude. Maybe I can do something similar on the back, but with red. Bit of freehand on the rear there. I think I have finished it. Yeah, man, we'll get like that, mate. We'll get like that. I still haven't finished this chap here. Like, I got all the little details to fill in, like this bit. I need to finish his hair off, the gold leaf, the shoulder pads, get the thing on there. Weather the heck out of it. That's my Black Templar. Like, with his yellow pew pew. Yeah! I never finished it. Been too busy with everything. Okay, what was I doing? I was highlighting. Right. Let's just get a rough highlight in there. Neaten it up afterwards, get those rivets. Very important to get those rivets. Oh man, this tune is perfect for like an 80s montage. You know, like for a dance movie, like, you know, get everyone in the spandex onesies. You lot know what I'm on about. There we go. Yeah, I'm not edge highlighting with this. This one is more of a layering because the yeah, I don't think I think that looks much better than if I was just to do a straight up edge highlight. Look at me learning stuff and doing stuff like I know what I'm doing. La 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 la. Almost like volumetric work, isn't it? What we got? I was using the 2012 Blood Angels Games Day model for colours. Public slow to learn from history, also just in history not taught in schools for diversity. Oh, we're getting in there now, aren't we? We're getting in there right and dirty. Yeah, those who forget a history are condemned to repeat it. That is very true. Very true. You know what? I kind of feel a little bit sick saying this, right? But lately I've been, of all podcasts, lately I've been listening to Russell Brand. Now, I do think he's a bit of a twat, especially for past transgressions and stuff, but I don't hold things over people for long. You know, like people are allowed to improve, move on, learn from mistakes and all that, better themselves. But for some reason it's just started popping up in my on my YouTube feed, so I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. And I have to say, his level of journalism is actually refreshing, because he has his own philosophical stance, right? He's more on the side of small government and you know, like major reforms and stuff like that. You know, he's traditionally, you know, like the traditional left-wing sort of ideologies. But he is not he tries really hard to be as balanced as possible and to criticize things on all walks of the political spectrum. And he calls people out when they're taking a piss, and I actually find that refreshing because you don't get a lot of people who do that. And yeah, I know I can't believe I'm saying this, but like Russell Brand of all people, but it is. I'd say just check it out. If you're into political news, or if you, well, not even just political news, he covers all kinds of news, but stuff that doesn't really get put in the main news cycles, or stuff that gets forgotten about, sort of pushed aside quickly. He does little deep dives and stuff. He's had some really interesting guests as well, who have a lot of insight, and it's been a completely different experience, you know. So it's, yeah, I'd say give it a go. If you get past the fact that he's a bit of a twat, then yeah. I can't believe I just said that. Oh, wash that out of my mouth. Okay, right. Now to do some scratchy work. So I told you that I'm not too fussed about the it being smooth or anything, because I'm going to just, I've got to give it a heavy shade and everything like that, but I'm going to scratch it up, whatever the heck out of it. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? There we go. Get that going all along the way there. Sweet. And then we build it up a little bit. Same here with Russell Brand. Haven't listened recently though. I do see his videos pop up. Used to just think he was just a grinning twat. Basically. Could be more truer. You may not be interested in politics, but politics is interested in you. That's very true. That is very true. And it affects everything in our daily lives. So it's good to get not a consensus, but it is good to get a well-rounded idea of what's going on, what people's points of views are, why they think the way they do, so you can better understand their point, you know, and then you can better understand why people think the way they do, why people act the way they do and vote the way they do and stuff like that. And you know, like there's so much that we can all agree on if we just take the time to listen to each other rather than shouting over each other. Just because, you know, like the whole us versus them sort of mentality has really sort of been driven up a lot for a lot of people around the world. And you know, like it doesn't help that the news plays on that as well, especially in America. America suffers from that the most. The news used to be an impartial source of information at one point, And then somewhere along the lines, they became a place for sort of, you know, like pushing the us versus them ideas, and if you're not voting this kind of way, or if you don't think this kind of way, then you're the bad one, sort of thing. And it's, yeah, it's just, it's not good. I mean, look at the more recent events that have happened in America, okay, for example. And there was a lot of misleading information put out by some news broadcasters deliberately, because, you know, they want to fan the flames of rebellion or whatever. And everything they said was false from day one, but people still believe it now, even after everything's been cleared. People still believe those lies that were told, and there's no like retracting statements or anything like that. There's no the news going, okay, we were wrong about this, or we got a bit too carried away, blah blah blah. They just carry on defending what they preached, and trying to cause more divides and stuff. And it's just like, it's just I feel sorry for people across. And it's not like our news is perfect either. We do get a little bit of that over here, but it's not as bad. We don't really have you know, like hard leaning political news channels, really. It's much harder for them to be to not be impartial, because it's very easy to get them called out for it over here, where I suspect in America it's far different. But I mean, you know by which channel you're watching, you know, like what political affiliation, what ideologies are going to get pushed forwards. And it's just, there's too much divide there. There needs to be more unification, you know, and that starts with more impartial news. You know, you need to go back to the days of impartial news, where people get the facts. They don't get the news of opinions, and that's what's going to heal the world from all the division. But you know, who's going to start that revolution, eh? Bit hard to see the mini's details on your camera. It's either out of focus or lower quality. Face cam pin sharp though. The face cam is pin sharp because of the it's shrunk down. It's really annoying. This is the bloody good cam, and it's being really poo. Let me turn this light off. I think I just need better lighting, but I can't quite get the lighting right. And I need that the focus keeps coming in and out as well. Right, where are you at? Okay, so let's get a little zoom in there. Okay, where are we? There we go. Right, so here you go. So again, it comes out a little bit yellowy for some reason, even though my lights aren't yellow. You can see I've done a bit of the cross stitching. I'm just sort of doing sort of blurry highlights. I'm not really doing anything hard on there. to get that in, and then I'm going to do some more scratches with that highlighted colour. And then I've kind of gone a little bit of like volumetric highlighting on the bolt gun, so I've done that darker grey more or less all over, leaving much harder shade like gaps for shadow and that, but sort of going more up to the top, sort of reflect the more natural light, and then I've got to do that edge highlight on there. So yeah, I hope that it's so bloody yellowy. Don't need anti-flicker. Get the white balance. Oh my goodness. Oh, that made my eyes go funny. Okay, so there we go. You can see it a bit better now. Now that I've got the white balance right. So yeah, you get it. Basecamp pin sharp. Is Kev really that fuzzy in real life? Ignore the BBC crappy programs. Propaganda from the government is rife in it. To be honest though, you get a lot of anti-government stuff going on in there too. It depends who's the host really. Remember all that that gaslighting that happened on the what's that guy's name? I can't remember if it was like Newsnight or something. It wasn't Newsnight. There was this political debate show, and I think his name is Jordan Patterson or something like that, or Peterson. And the one was just trying to twist everything he was saying. Like, so what you're saying is, and then coming out with something completely, and he was like, that's not what I said. And it was just back and forth with that the entire time. And he kept his cool. But yeah, you get idiots like that everywhere. You know. Alright, let's fix this focus now. There we go. Q. Needs more grime. The grime will come after, don't worry. The grime will come after. I like doing this sort of crisscross effect, because it does help build up some texture. Makes it look like it's taken a bit of a beating. Yeah. Oh yeah. Get your spandex suit on. You gotta work hard in the shop. Headbands and wristbands too. Gotta work your way to the top. Get the sweat on. Get it on. Get the sweat on now. Gotta paint that mini and make it look good on the show tonight. Cause you gotta be the best. Better than the rest. Alright, let's mix a bit more of that in there. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Oh, I love this tune, so good. It's so good. This would be the moment where, like, the hero of the story is struggling. They get a motivational speech. You can do it. You gotta work harder. You gotta work faster. You gotta be the best. And then they get their second wind. Start training that a little bit harder. A little bit faster. And then freeze frame. Yeah! You know, the odd. Mate, I need to figure out how to sort that camera out. Right. Looking decent, that. It's looking decent. Cool. Then there will be a cross stitch going on in there as well. Can't leave that out. Get a bit of texture in there. Can't believe I'm doing this with my finest brush. I'm going all rough with it. Hopefully you can start to see what I'm doing now. building up the layers on that. Sort of scratchy work. Cool. Cool. Alright, and I'm going to shade the heck out of it now. You made it look first. I think he's hiding a you think I'm hiding a mullet? Nah, mate. Pop socks on as well. No pop socks, mate. Don't worry. Magnetic dice. You think I grew a mullet to hide magnetic dice in? Like I haven't got anything better to do. Wow, you guys. You think too highly of me. You really do think far too highly of me. But, so this affects the white balance. There we go. So yeah, it's almost done. So I just need to shade this down. But like, you can see sort of like, I've sort of put a bit of texture in there. So it looks like it's been scratched up a bit. Right? So that's done. Get that pouch done. So I'm going to point. What I need to do. The things I need to do. Right. I don't know if I should keep the scabbard red or not. It kind of accidentally just stayed red from when I was painting the armor. Kind of looks cool, but I don't know. I need to paint the handle of the sword. These pouches here. Though to be honest, I don't think I really need to. Just sort of keep it like that. It kind of looks nice and shaded like that. Shade this down heavily. Maybe do a bit of freehand on the back. It would be tough though because it's so uneven. Maybe do like a small blood angel symbol in the corner there then. Because of course the shoulder that would have the chapter symbol is covered. I'd need to put a thing there to show his rank. Do these little bits here. Scroll work. And then grime it up. Do some battle damage and weathering. So that's almost there. You're 100% hobby. Well, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Let's see. I'm not that crisp now, am I? Hang on, let me just refocus. Oh, too much that way. There we go. Hey. Right, so I'm gonna leave it there. It's been over 2 hours. I've done a fair bit on this miniature. I'm actually happy with how it's coming out. And it looks great. I think it's gonna look absolutely beautiful on his shelf, because that's where it's gonna go. I'll pop it on the shelf. And yeah, I can't wait to show him the update on it. I'm sure he's going to be proper chuffed. And yes, I'm keeping this helmet red. I don't think it needs to be gold. Too much gold going on then. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for being here, for joining me on this, and giving me some help, tips, advice and all that sort of stuff. Chatting the breeze and you know, talking absolute nonsense about anything and everything. So big love to you all. As always, if you're new and you're watching this after the show, subscribe if you wish. That helps the channel out massively. Like the video, leave a comment even of what you think of the painting techniques and all that stuff, and give me as much shit as you can about the quality of the camera work as well. It doesn't matter. It can't get any better than this. Can't get any worse either though, so there's that. As always, you can sponsor the channel in many different ways. There's the links down below for Forbidden Planet if you want to get your Imperium magazines, and make sure, you know, like, pre-order them because they are selling really quickly. Also, if you want to make the most of Black Friday, then hit the Element Games link. They're doing a 5 times reward point bonus this weekend. So if you hit my link and you do that, then, you know, helps us out with a little bit of a kickback, and you guys get basically money back on already discounted stuff. So that's pretty awesome. As for this awesome thing, the Buy Me a Coffee membership, it's a nice little thing. It's only £2 a month. There are other tiers as well with more bonuses, but for £2 a month, you get to help keep the lights on, the hamster that runs the internet wheel fed, and the music going on, and of course those all important dice magnets charged up. So big love to those who are sponsoring and subscribing and supporting the channel, and even just you guys watching and interacting in, like, with likes and chat and everything. It means the world to me. This channel couldn't exist without you guys, so you're as much as part of this as I am. So thank you again so much to everyone. And without further ado, I think it is time for our traditional way out. So au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, ciao, and sayonara. Peace. Good night, suckers!